Most flagship phones today try to impress you with crazy specs and flashy numbers. Motorola Signature takes a completely different approach. This is the kind of phone that feels premium the second you pick it. Super slim, super light, and incredibly comfortable in hand. The box itself looks very clean and premium. You get a black box with subtle purple branding on top. The design feels minimal and classy, exactly like the phone itself. The unit I have here is the 1TB variant. But Motorola is also selling other storage options as well. Inside the box, you get the usual paperwork and SIM ejector tool. There is also a small thank you note from Motorola, which honestly feels like a nice touch. This is the Martin Olive color option. There is also a gray carbon version available, and both colors are Pantone validated. But honestly, the first thing you notice is not even the color. It's the feel of the phone in your hand. At just 186 grams, this is one of the lightest big screen flagship phones right now, and the thickness is under 7mm, which makes it feel even slimmer in daily use. Both the front and back have subtle curves, so the phone sits naturally in your palm. The metal camera island looks premium, and Motorola says it also improves GPS reception. The textured back gives a solid grip. The matte aluminum frame resists fingerprints really well, and the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner is placed exactly where you want it. Put everything together and this easily becomes one of the most ergonomic flagship phones I have used in a long time. You can clearly tell Motorola actually thought through the design here. Now for the battery, Motorola has gone with a 5200 mAh cell. Maybe not the biggest number in the market, but the focus here is clearly balanced. Motorola claims a full day of moderate to heavy usage. And honestly, battery life is not only about capacity. Optimization matters just as much, and that seems to be the strategy here. Inside the box, you also get a USB-C to C cable and a 90-watt turbocharger, which can charge the phone to 50% in around 15 minutes. You also get support for 50-watt wireless charging. Durability is another strong area for this phone. You get military-grade 810H certification, IP68 and IP69 ratings, and Gorilla Glass Victus to protection on the front. Even the display works properly with wet hands. Now let's talk about the display, because Motorola has made another interesting decision here. Instead of following the flat screen trend, Motorola has gone with a quad curved display. It is a 6.8-inch 10-bit AMOLED panel with 1.5K resolution and a super smooth 165Hz refresh rate. You also get LTPO support, Dolby Vision, and HDR10+ support as well. Motorola claims a peak brightness of 6,200 nits, but during testing we saw around 1,700 nits, which is still more than enough for outdoor visibility. The stereo speakers are loud and clear too. And with Bose tuning, the media experience feels excellent. Powering the Signature is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 chipset, and honestly this feels like a smart choice. The chip is powerful, efficient, and even shares the same ISP as the more expensive 8 Elite Gen 5. This phone is clearly not trying to become a gaming brick. It's slim, light, and refined, but surprisingly the sustained performance numbers were very impressive. After a stress test, the phone retained close to 70% of its peak performance, while temperatures stayed around 47 degrees. For such a thin phone, those are seriously respectable numbers. So yes, this phone can handle almost any game you throw at it, but more importantly, it does not turn into a hand warmer. For software, you get Hello UI based on Android 16. Experience feels smooth, fast, and polished. Apps open quickly, animations feel fluid, and the bloatware situation is actually pretty clean. You also get support for the Moto Pen Ultra for creative users. And Motorola is promising 7 years of software updates, which is honestly great to see. The dedicated AI key also makes a return here. Long pressing it opens Moto AI 2.0. Get features like Remember This and Update Me, along with Copilot Vision. Perplexity integration, Google Gemini, and Circle to search. Motorola is also offering Signature Club privileges, and even your first service purchase up to 6,000 rupees is included for free. Now let's move to the cameras, because this is another area where the Signature performs really well. Right now, this is actually DxOMark's highest rated phone in India under 1 lakh. The main camera uses Sony's LYT-828 sensor, a large 1/1.28-inch sensor paired with a fast f1.6 lens, and OIS photos come out detailed, colors look natural thanks to Pantone tuning, and dynamic range is excellent. Low light shots also look clean with very little noise. Video recording goes all the way up to 8K with Dolby Vision, and the footage looks sharp and stable. Motorola says this phone has one of the largest OIS movement angles at 3.5 degrees. Then there is the 50MP periscope telephoto camera. You get the Sony Lit 600 censored f2.4 for lens and OIS support. There is 3x optical zoom here, which works great for portraits and zoom shots. Motorola also gives you AI Super Zoom Pro with up to 100x zoom. Ultra-wide camera is also 50MP with autofocus support. The 120-degree field of view helps capture a lot in one frame, and autofocus also helps with macro photography. On the front, you get another 50MP Sony sensor. Selfies looked detailed and well exposed with strong dynamic range. Now coming to the price, Motorola Signature starts at around $895 to $1,200, and at this price the phone actually makes a very strong case for itself. Because this phone is not trying to win the specs war, it's trying to improve the real everyday smartphone experience, lightweight, comfortable, refined, and balanced. And honestly, in a market full of phones with compromises everywhere, this balanced approach feels refreshing. So what do you think about the Motorola Signature? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for so much watching, guys. See you next time.